Alright, so I had a thought. They could have always just suffocated Las Vegas.
Suffocate?
Like, put, like,
Suffocated?
I don't know, like
Put a giant
somehow
blanket over
put like
it?
a giant like tarp or something.
Or-
Like
Do you know how
or-
big Las Vegas is?
they could have made a lot of tarps.
That is like this.
don't
That is
know.
the same idea as putting a giant ice cube to save like the from the
Okay,
ocean.
alright, elevator pitch.
I'm not-
Alright, hear me out, boys. We put a giant tarp over Vegas, and they suffocate.
Do they even breathe? Do they even breathe? What a waste of tax dollars, Alex.
What? Oh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to MediaMix. It's the day after the 4th of July, so happy late 4th. Happy 5th. And you're watching MediaMix. It's
Yo.
me, Nick, Zach, and Alex.
Hello.
So
Well, I'm
What's
behind
up?
the camera.
the whole
Not
gang
you,
is
he-
here.
Him, Nick.
Not here. The whole gang is not here. It's only us three.
We are the gang.
Yeah, the rest are hungover. So
And
today.
Schneider's in
So
the
do I.
Schneider's in the cockpit right now, and there's no
He's just
camera on
in the
him,
car.
so you never get to see him again. I'm sorry. But
And
yeah, this
what
week.
movie are you doing today?
What?
What movie are you doing today?
Today,
Yeah.
apparently we're doing Army of the Dead
Yeah.
because it's a very good movie,
The
supposedly.
Netflix
Right?
special,
It's special on Netflix.
directed by
With
Zack Schneider.
Zach
Right?
Schneider.
yeah, Zack Schneider. You did the
Jack Snyder.
you did the
Zack
Snyder
Snyder.
I don't know.
the Nick Snyder's cut of Justice League. Remember?
Whatever.
I just remember like
Name
the
shout.
in beginning the movie, just seeing his name pop up like every 5 seconds. Produced by, directed by, written by, whatever.
That's why everybody.
Everything was
Director,
just by
actor,
him. It
creative
was so
mind.
funny.
It's like Tommy Wiseau in The Room.
Cause I never pay attention to any of them. I just like see the repetition of just his name, at least 7 times.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest. I only watched it for Dave Bautista.
Yeah,
He's just awesome. Anyways,
I watched it because Drax is in the movie and he's not covered in blue paint. So,
Was it blue?
well, it was like turquoise and then he had like red veins or something.
I thought it was.
I might be wrong. If you want to look up a picture,
I
go ahead.
am.
Drax.
Drax.
All
What,
right,
what color
so
was
we're,
he?
We're already off the point.
It's okay.
That's
Anyways,
fine. It's one,
that's
no,
fine. This
we have,
movie,
no, we have fun. We have fun.
yeah, this movie doesn't have a lot to cover in it, so there's
Well,
only
he-
3 of us to do it.
We'll
He's
be
like
more derailed than we will
Gray
be
and
talking
green
about the
with
movie.
like red. I
Yeah,
don't think.
he's
I don't think
like-
it's blue.
He's like red.
Not blue.
What are those tattoos? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
Scars.
anyways, he was the
of his
star
past.
in this movie. He was the main person.
Yeah. So
You
basically,
wanted to read the synopsis?
I won't read it from that, but basically,
Oh, no.
there's a miniature outbreak
go.
in Las Vegas, and the Yakuza comes to Scott and asks him to go get their money out of the safe under their casino. So Scott goes and hires a bunch of people to help him pull this job off, and they basically have to go into this zombie kingdom, they call it.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Zombie Kingdom, and they have to go get the money out of the safe, like Ocean's 8 style, or what is it, Ocean's 11? I forget. But yeah,
I don't know.
that's
what you're
basically the
talking
synopsis of
Oh.
the story. Is basically zombie casino heist.
It's smart zombies, not even like dumb zombies. I've
Yeah.
never
Some
seen
of
this
them are
done
stupid, right? And
But
then some
also
of them are
some-
smart.
before. There's like a leader.
There's the
Leaders are
alphas.
smart.
He's like
Yeah,
he's like
alpha
the
people.
apex.
They got like the alpha.
And then there's like the original zombie.
Can we
and then
just
there's, like,
talk
all
about
this-
how it started? Like
Yes.
every zombie
Oh my
movie
God.
ever, the government screws up and boom zombies. So
Honest- It wasn't that much of the government's fault. It was more like the newlyweds' fault.
oh yeah, like wasn't
The
it like
guy
a guy
getting
getting
head.
head?
Roadhead. Roadhead specifically.
Roadhead runs
Oh, my-
into a
my bad.
government containment vehicle
Mm-hmm.
holding a alpha zombie for whatever reason, and he escapes and he's like, oh hey, look, Las Vegas. So
Yeah.
I like the drivers in the army trucks just like spouting bullshit. They're like, oh, it's like we're driving
the
over
alien."
Whitford, yeah, and and then these people just crash into them, and they're like, oh shit, HQ command, Oprah Winfrey is out of the box. I repeat. And then HQ is
God.
being super non-tactical. And
They were like not helpful at all. They were just like, leave.
Leave.
Also,
Leave immediately.
When that lady told him over the walkie-talkie to leave, and he waited a good 20 seconds to warn everybody else.
I
counted.
Like there was a lot of
She was
trepidation
so
in her
big.
voice. He just tells his guys, "Yeah, get
Like,
away from
guys,
it.
get away."
They don't want us messing with it. Just like,
And then they die.
You sure?
Stuff like that happens a lot in this movie. It happens a lot in a lot of zombie movies, or just horror films in general. Like, let's
just
go explore the
written
basement
stupid.
that's full of
Any
demons.
movie.
Yes.
They're written
Any
stupid for the
movie.
sake of plot.
Oh my god. Like, a part at the end, I just... we'll talk about that later,
Like,
but...
what if they just close the container and just, like, drop him in the bottom of the sea?
Why don't they just...
Or they just drown
Seriously.
him?
Why don't they
Like,
just not
it
run
would've
into
been
the
so
guy
fun.
getting head?
Why didn't he just not get head?
Why don't people just
It's just
pay
all that
attention
wife's
while
fault.
driving? This is why the whole movie took place, because people don't pay attention while they drive.
So don't
Also,
text and
They
drive.
could have just like, hey, why don't you just run up there and flip that door up?
Close it real quick.
The guy was like slowly walking towards it with his.
Oh my
gun
god,
pointed
he was
towards
really like teasing that like undead like zombie or whatever.
Yeah,
they call them
that
the
guy-
undead different parts of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like they're obviously
Undead.
dead.
I think did they ever call them zombies?
No, they call them the undead. We just call them zombies.
So,
I may be wrong. But
Okay.
I
I
like
didn't
the-
really pay attention to that.
I don't know. I think they just called them shamblers. I think it's like kind of
Chandler
the closest thing to a zombie.
Oh god. Okay.
That's what I heard.
Moving forward. So the next part of the movie, what happened? The
There's like
Well-
that.
team gets recruited by a
There's that
rich guy.
montage of people dying / like Scott and all his friends like getting people out of Vegas. And then, like,
Oh
shit
right, I
comes up.
forgot about that.
But how do they even
Yeah.
get out of Vegas?
Hmm?
Like the whole thing was closed off. How did they get out?
Because of
Just a ladder sitting inside.
convenient plot writing. Because they
Yeah.
got
They
should have
through the
explained
last-
it.
They got through
Well,
the last
they got through the
entryway.
last like wall piece. That was
No, because the
Remember
last
that-
the last wall piece, those people got crushed.
yeah,
they-
and
And
were
then
on
they
the
were
other
still
They made
side.
it after
inside.
them.
I thought they were inside.
No,
No,
they,
they
they
were
made
on
it
the
out
other side.
before them.
Oh.
That lady, I guess that was her daughter. They didn't really clarify. I guess the
Yeah,
Looked
that was
like
really
it.
I guess the
like,
show don't
unneededly
tell.
sad.
I
like
mean-
aspect was trying to like communicate this is that lady's daughter. That's why they're getting so emotional. And then she ends up dying while holding her kid because they both get crushed. So
That's probably why they had like the pictures set up when they were there, just like holding the picture frames behind like the backdrop. Remember those?
yeah, mhm.
I was like, that's kind of.
I feel like they could have used that scene to be a little more like dramatic,
like emotional too.
yeah, like what if they had it to where like so like the main character obviously he had to shoot his wife because she was a zombie, and
And I thought his daughter hated him for that, but apparently
yeah,
not.
so did I,
don't
because she
know.
like I don't know in the cut scene where he did that she like cried and ran away or something. I don't really.
Did she run? I thought she just fell.
She ran away,
She
fell,
tripped and
and
fell.
was forever mad at her daddy for killing her mommy, even though it was justified.
yeah.
But like
I
in
really
that
don't like
scene,
Kate.
what if they used that scene for like maybe like the mom was grabbed by the zombies and then like the container fell on her, and he had to like contain.
He had time.
his
He had the
daughter
option
from
to save
running
him or save her, but he like chickened out or something.
Well, like maybe he had to like grab his daughter from running to certain death.
Mm.
Just an idea, Zack Schneider. Anyways,
Yeah, Zack Schneider, take advice from
from
Zack
MediaMix.
MediaMix over here.
Anyway,
victim right now.
the other Zack.
Yeah, the better Zack, right?
Moving on.
So those graphics when they showed like that like in the beginning when his jaw was getting ripped off, and then when like the zombie tiger like bit his face, and then
Oh yeah.
the other dude's like head exploded.
The gory graphics weren't like very realistic, but they were fun.
I was just
they definitely
surprised they
got the
showed
point
that
across.
much detail.
It's a
I haven't-
Netflix special.
Bro,
Yeah,
they
I
showed
just-
like boobs in the first 5 minutes.
but they had little
Yeah,
tits
that
on
was
it, so it's
epic.
okay. It was like a whole 3 sets of boobs.
is pretty epic.
Killer
But,
zombie boobs.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what direction they were trying to go with the tone of this movie. Like, were they trying to
don't
be
know.
sort of lighthearted or super serious? Because
It's
like,
confusing.
a
Because
little
like, they had like
both.
parts trying to like make it more emotional, but it wasn't an emotional movie.
Kind of fell flat.
Yeah, I don't know what I feel with this movie.
I would classify this movie as an action movie and nothing
Like a
zombie
adventure movie.
semi-cheesy zombie
Yeah, it was just quite
adventure
an
movie.
adventure.
Not one I want to take.
Their whole point for going in there was really stupid, and also like they got nothing.
Well, it
out
was
of
a
They all
cover
died.
up.
Yeah, it was. It was true.
Well, let's keep talking about the story. Like they eventually. How long goes by after that opening scene?
They said it was many years. The daughter said it's many years.
Why'd they wait that long to nuke the city? They're just
I know.
like,
They
let's
waited
just
until
keep
the
it
4th
there.
of July. Like the big boom on the big day.
About that,
it'd be really cool.
it would be really patriotic and cool, and
Super cool and badass.
They definitely. I don't know if I should even bring.
Happy 4th.
I don't know if I should even bring this up, but they definitely were like, I think, throwing shade at Donald Trump in that movie. Like
Probably.
having Donald Trump as the president. Like even on the
didn't see
TV,
that.
they had like the presidential poll, like with like how many people like are okay with the president being the president, and it was like
Really?
0% approval rating or something like that.
Oh my god.
And there's just like in the headlines, there's just like. The president thought it would be really cool to nuke the city on the 4th. It's just,
They were like,
it was just really
quote.
silly.
I wonder
Quote,
if
really cool.
I wonder if you wait. Never mind. I
Well,
don't want to say it anymore.
Okay.
Don't want to
yeah,
get too political. Never mind.
Donald Trump. Anyways, so yeah, the city's gonna get nuked in like on the 4th because patriotism.
Was this like supposed to be like the 5th, or then they like moved it up to like the 4th?
Yeah.
Something like that.
They were there like 24 hours earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Yeah, and so this team. So
Should we
they got Dave Bautista. I don't know what his character's name was.
Dave Bautista,
The main guy.
Scott.
Scott. They got Scott, and they're like, "Hey, get a team together. There's a bank in the basement of a casino,
Yeah.
and there's like $1 million in there.
Yeah, and Saito's like, I'll give you
I'll give you
$50 million to like distribute amongst your colleagues how you see fit.
Yeah.
So
Also, his name's Scott Ward.
yeah, so
Scott
Scott's just
Ward.
like, all right, cool. 15 million goes to me. 15 million goes to my side hoe, whatever her name was.
Her bitch.
Yeah, his side bitch.
He got
And
he
then
got a
15 million
pilot.
goes
So
to his
many.
daughter, I guess. And then
No,
he's-
well, we're
Was
not
it
at that.
Maria.
Because he didn't even know where his daughter was at that point. Or
Did
he
she
knew
even get anything out of it? Like, he didn't offer her like any money.
Yeah, he did.
He did, and he was
Really?
like,
He was forced.
I'll give you $15 million to pay for college.
I didn't hear that part.
I don't know. It was
Like,
really.
I wouldn't have
rushed.
paid her because he didn't want her in the first place.
No, he
like,
didn't.
In there. I
That,
would not.
Wait, he didn't
That-
want her in the first place?
that
And
arc.
to be there, he
Oh, I
didn't
thought
want
you
her.
just
in
meant
there.
like
Oh, her in general.
in her entire life.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I didn't even want you.
I thought the main plot was okay. Like it's whatever. They're going to risk their
Yeah.
lives to get money. People would do that in real life. So
Yeah.
But the side like arc with her, with like his daughter, I thought was the stupidest thing ever. Like she
Yeah.
wanted to go into the city not for the money, but because
To
was
save
it even her
dumb
friend?
friends.
Yeah.
Did
It
she
was
even
like-
know the person?
Yeah, she knew her.
Because
Well,
she
okay.
had kids, so
But the
there was
kids
also
weren't in
that
there.
aspect. No,
The kids
they
were
were in
crying,
there,
they were
but they're
sad.
like, "Where's my mommy?" So she was like,
Leave
"I'm
the
gonna go
mom
get
at
your
that
mommy.
point.
Don't
I ain't
worry."
going in there. There's zombie tigers and shit.
Hell no.
I ain't doing that.
I would have ran out when I saw him. Like, if
Yeah,
that's the
zombie tiger's
intro,
pretty
I don't
cool.
want to see the outro. Hell no.
Yeah. So the
Also, in this movie, you will find zombies whose sex organs work and can have babies.
that was
Babies.
pretty epic.
I did not
That
expect
was
that
pretty-
to happen.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. Zombie virginity lost.
That
Yeah, that's a whole
Okay.
nother arc that's not even concluded because
What happened to the
friggin'
baby?
I don't even know what happened to the baby.
Did he
Like
just die?
because
That's
the apex, I'm just gonna call the top zombie the apex,
That's fine.
and then
Okay.
he has a side hoe as well. It was like one of the alphas, and she wears like a goofy little crown.
She was one of the dancers.
She was
a dancer.
Yeah, she was like the main. Yeah,
she was
his main hoe.
No, what was she?
She was like the queen dancer. I don't know.
Well, it's
I don't
really
know.
weird
I don't
to
know
think
how Vegas
about
works.
because, like, if you think about it, they're just two random like zombie people that just got zombified, and now they're just like having babies.
We don't really know much about the Apex guy. I think he was like.
That's true, but
He's
the
probably
other,
like
the
an
other
ancient
person.
being. The other person just like died recently.
Mm-hmm. So maybe she is his side hoe.
But yeah, like
the main hoe's watching right now.
That scene where they so
Well,
they make the sacrifice to like that one rapey guard from the internment zone or whatever.
Yeah, Mr.
Fuck
Rape.
that kid.
And
we're gonna call him Mr.
They take him.
Rapey.
They take him to like the Apex's lair where all the alphas are, and the Apex puts his head up to the chick's stomach and is like, "Oh, we have a baby." Oh, and then they all throw like a little baby dash. Yeah, baby shower.
It's a baby.
It's a boy or a girl. We don't know yet because we don't have computers. So
weird as that.
Then
no, they just destroyed all the computers. They were there. It's no longer there.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know what happened to the baby because after she got decapitated and then the Yakuza spy guy was like, I'm gonna take this head back because it's worth millions of dollars, like more than what you guys are getting.
Right. Mm-hmm. Which is originally what it was all about. Like it was
Yeah.
all a cover up.
Yeah.
The guy who made the dude get the team together, he originally just wanted to send a spy in with them to get a sample of blood because I guess it's worth a lot more than what was in the vault. And he ended up just decapitating a zombie and getting the whole head instead because that's just better.
Which why didn't they just do that? Like why didn't she was there when like they first went in. It would have saved them all that trouble.
Yeah, but then they shoot him in the head. And they want the head, I guess.
Well, I mean, what if they did know? Like, if I was just being told that we're going in there for that, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah,
if I get some to cut, I just go in and make sure you don't
I guess he
killed.
doesn't want to pay them the cut.
Bro, that
yeah.
I don't know.
Saito from Inception could just been like, go bring me all the alpha heads. I'll pay you millions of dollars. But
I mean, I think we could all agree the story is just a little silly.
It
you know what it kind of reminded me of?
Dude, the guy tried to bamboozle them like so many times and he just kept failing. Like he tried to cut off that one chick who was with Mikey, that one like delinquent guy, and like
who's Mikey?
He's the guy who kept doing collats on the zombies. He was that little. He's like a little gangster or something. I don't know.
He was the guy who'd like sneak in.
One with like the like blonde like curly hair top. Not the German. But the
and
other
his side hoe is the one who died. Like, but she was like going all John Wick on the zombies. It was super cool. But then she died because like they were all like swarming her.
Yeah. Yeah. Like every other person.
And she didn't die the way I thought she would either.
How did she die?
No, she died like a badass.
Well, the way it happened was they were going through a horde in a dark area, and the leader would put down glow sticks to lead the way, and the spy was just a dick, and he was the second to last. So he took the last he took one of the glow sticks and threw it.
Yeah.
Wait,
was that the one with like the red like bandana around her head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was the same person as like the main dude's side hoe.
No.
So I was kind of confused. Like, damn, they killed her off already? Like, okay.
Yeah.
You got some balls.
But yeah, he was like, Mikey was like on the guy's ass. He was like, bro, what happened to my side chick, bro? And he was like, oh, I don't know what happened, man. I think she died. And then she comes through the window.
She jumps through the window.
And the guy, he was like, oh, shit.
And that's when he knew.
What made me upset is they didn't really even try to help her after she jumped through the window.
Yeah,
they
she's just kind of like on the ground. They're all just sitting there with like all these guns, and they're just like, no way. That's so cool.
The woman. Anyway. And then she gets surrounded. She's like, whatever. And then he puts a bullet in the gas can on her back.
And it
explodes. A lot of zombies.
Yeah.
I figured at that point she'd at least scream out, that guy betrayed me.
Yeah.
Not run, go. Take that guy who stabbed me in the back. Get out of here.
And I figured they'd at least have some sort of like maybe some suspicion maybe that he did something because they were the last two out. Mm-hmm. No, I mean they had a
Mikey
little
would
bit.
take that suspicion somewhere. Nah, completely dropped.
Disregarded.
All evidence, all assumptions just dropped after that scene. Mikey never questioned anything ever again in his whole life. Stupid. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Well, I was gonna say, like, do you know what this like movie kind of reminded me of?
Yeah.
Do you know that scene from Wreck-It Ralph 1 where they go into like the bug area?
Yeah.
And like you try and get the thing at the top of the tower, but Arson's is like the vault, but instead of bugs, it's zombies.
Yeah.
It's literally the same storyline.
Is that like the scene where you also like Wreck-It Ralph's the whole volcano? Or is that that's last scene?
That's in like the end in like the sugar land. I'm talking about like, you know, all the bugs flying everywhere and trying to get to the top of the tower.
Is that close to the end?
The bugs is in the beginning.
That's in the beginning?
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm pretty sure
I thought I knew what you were talking about. No, I don't.
I thought you were gonna talk about the second movie where there's just a ton of Ralphs.
Oh, I haven't seen the second movie yet.
Okay.
I've only seen the first, so
I just watched it because it was on Disney Plus.
I'm probably gonna watch it soon.
If you want us to do Wreck-It Ralph, leave
now we'll do Wreck-It
No.
Ralph. I like those movies. The second one's one of my favorites.
Wreck-It Ralph was good.
Mm.
Anyway, back to the movie
comment.
we're talking about.
No, we have fun.
A zombie movie. This.
All right. Well, I got some topics
What
I can talk
happened
about.
to the baby at like the zombie baby?
Oh well, what happened
They ate
was
it, obviously.
No.
I didn't
The
like
weak
I
die.
didn't like that scene, but he took the decapitated body back to the zombie headquarters, and he like laid the body on the ground, and he was like
he did a
raw,
DIY C-section.
and then he he
Literally.
dug up the
Dug out her
fetus, and
stomach.
he was holding the like blue glowing fetus.
And then it turned into like normal skin color. They changed colors.
I think it died.
That's well. I mean,
Why would he
she was
hold it
already
up
dead.
like it was Sinbad? It was
but
like
its mom was already dead. So how does something that's dead create something alive? Is it like also dead, or is it just like?
well, they're both undead.
I think it was dead because the zombie would have been not as pissed off. I feel like.
Like I was confused. I was like, he's sad. He's very sad right now. And then he's like screaming, and everyone's like lifting their arms in the air. He's like, "Oh, he's crying tears of joy."
Well,
he's crying tears of joy.
I don't know why we're talking about this because spoiler alert, it gets nuked anyways.
Yeah.
So it's dead.
None of it matters.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's dead.
I mean, none of this movie matters because they all die.
Mm-hmm. They
Halfway.
spoiler
through.
alert. They all die.
Not everyone. Not everyone.
Well, I didn't see the complete end.
Well,
so I
our
don't know.
favorite character lives.
Who?
We'll mention that when the time comes.
No, the time has come. Let's talk about it.
No.
What?
Kate lives.
Who the hell is
Really?
Kate?
The daughter?
Jay.
The one that wasn't
daughter.
supposed to be there in the first place?
Yeah.
Hold on.
She
Your
lives.
favorite character is the daughter?
Yeah.
Why?
JK,
She
we're
died.
fine. Just kidding.
I'm gonna hook you up with Kate.
Psych. I say psych. Fuck Kate. Fuck Kate. She's so
I don't
bad.
have a crush on her. Fuck her.
Stop, you guys.
I hate you, Dad.
Make
You
me
murdered wife. You murdered my mom. She was turning into a zombie. Yeah. Shut your mouth, you dickhead. Well, poor Scott. Poor Scott. I really do feel bad for Scott in this movie. He just wants to open up a restaurant and have a daughter that loves him, and he just ends up dying, and also still has a terrible daughter.
I miss Jack.
Jack. Rest in
Anyway.
peace, Jack.
He didn't die. He's just busy. In a
Yeah,
grave.
he's busy.
Anyways.
Jack's busy.
Well, why don't you think Vicky's not here either?
Yeah, we missed Jack and Vicky.
Okay, back to the movie. Alright, so I had a thought. They could have always just suffocated Las Vegas.
Suffocate.
Like, put, like,
Suffocated?
I don't know,
Put
like
a giant
somehow
blanket over
Put like
it?
a giant tarp or something.
Wha-
Like,
Do you know how
Or-
big Las Vegas is?
there could have been a lot of tarps.
That is like this.
I don't
That is
know.
the same idea as putting a giant ice cube to save like from the ocean.
All right, elevator pitch.
I'm not.
All right, hear me out, boss. We put a giant tarp over Vegas, and they suffocate.
Do they even breathe? Do they even breathe? What a waste of tax dollars, Alex. Jeez.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
It's never been done. Have you ever tried to suffocate a
How would they even do that? Half the people didn't even believe the zombies were there.
Yeah, the fun, like, that lady's like, oh, really? I don't think they're actually there. Go look for yourself, bitch. Put a little window in there for you can tap on the window. Scare them all.
I mean, there are literally videos. See, that didn't make sense because there's videos on the internet of guys killing the zombies.
Yeah, that's what Mikey was doing.
It's all
He was
fake.
That's what he was doing, and they're like, fake.
like, yo, bro, watch this. I'm gonna get in the Face Clan. Boom, 2 for 1. Oh, boom, 3 for 1. Let's go. Boom, another 2 for 1. Couldn't do 4 for 1. So, like, he got in the Face Clan.
So what part are we even at? I guess they fly into the city. Or no, they sneak their way in.
Yeah.
Also, let me talk about that real quick. Why didn't they just get an actual helicopter that they had and fly there? They said that they couldn't, but like.
Again, the mob. Probably because the government would shoot them down.
But fuck the government. Just it's so annoying.
Donald Trump would shoot
solve
them.
the
Well,
whole
he already
movie
sent
issue.
in a crew before with a helicopter, I think.
No, I think they did.
Well, because isn't that why there's a helicopter on the roof to begin with?
Well, I think there was just one there from the years ago when it, all happened.
Why would the
I don't
casino
know.
have a
I don't know.
Helicopter.
Huey?
Maybe for those like rich boys that don't want to walk.
Well, because it brings up the point of like when they go into the vault, the two guys are talking about how like, see these bodies on the ground? That's like us from an alternate dimension or something.
They should definitely have like used that in some sort of sense.
They
Like put just a twist on the movie.
It was so
And dude, like,
weird
they-
though because
It was
I don't
weird, but
I didn't know
like-
how to take it. I'm like, is that actually
this is so
what's
out of place.
happening or?
I was totally just expecting, like, when Scott dies, he just wakes up 24 hours from now, like Edge of Tomorrow style.
What happened in that movie?
No.
That movie, like, you haven't seen that movie with Tom
No.
Cruise?
I don't
He
watch
like
a lot of movies.
he's like on the front lines of like this human alien war, and he keeps dying, and every time he dies, he just comes back like 24 hours ago, and keeps reliving the same day.
So, kind of like a lot of movies, like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, Groundhog
Basically,
Day.
just redo the whole day over and over again.
Yeah, keep redoing.
Okay. See, that's the
developed,
movie I
like,
did
a-
watch.
Except it's a cheesy zombie movie.
Yes.
Yeah, and they don't do anything with it. The guy,
That would have been a good
the-
ending, though, if he
the
just
safe
woke up
cracker.
but didn't remember anything.
I think he wanted to leave the ending to where they could make a second one.
Do you think they are gonna make a second one?
Nah,
I wonder what the Rotten
I
Tomatoes are
wouldn't.
for
They
I
the
wouldn't want a
shouldn't.
second one.
They shouldn't make a second one, in my
No.
opinion.
Yeah, because the movies wasn't.
I think it was fine the way it was. I think
I
it
don't think
was.
the movie was good enough for.
It was
second movie.
It was a watchable film that was enjoyable. Like after watching it, I could say I enjoyed that. I'm never watching it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry, Dave
Moving
Bautista.
He got a
but-
68% on Rotten Tomatoes.
audience score or tomato score.
Tomato. Audience
Really?
is 75.
Yeah, screw Rotten Tomatoes. MediaMix is way better. Rotten Tomatoes has terrible scores on a lot of things.
Rotten Tomatoes is so
They only have
mainstream,
like
and we're so
250
like
views.
MediaMix is underground, like so underground that only like
Only we know about
only
it.
25 people watch us.
26.
26.
My mom.
Hey,
Anyway.
Zach's mom. What's up? But
Okay.
we were talking about how good the movie was. No, we were talking about
Not
the.
really.
No, we were talking about the
No.
stupid Groundhog Day aspect that they
Alright.
decided to
Well, I
include.
think
That they could have
That's
done.
I like how
I
the
don't
safecracker guy was like, "That's so cool, bro. Bro, I just cracked the safe. Let's go." And they're like,
oh my
"Okay."
god, they wasted so much time in that scene.
Yeah,
Just
they
like
did.
delaying it. Like, you literally. So annoying. Like, they know they're on a timestamp because they're going to explode.
Yes.
And they're like, oh my god,
And
I opened it.
and at this point, they knew the missile, the nuke, because they knew the city was going to get nuked in a couple days. They moved it forward, so they had
90 minutes.
90 minutes to get out of the city before it gets nuked. And oh my god, in some of the scenes they took their sweet ass time.
Yeah,
I've been
seriously.
running the whole time.
It would have been.
Yeah,
It should have been.
Fuck the booby
octane,
traps. I
like,
was just running through the whole time.
You are hustling at that point.
They're all
Also-
just like, we're about to get nuked. Okay, cool.
I guess a
Like
lot of
you
them just
said.
wanted to die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
That helicopter chick didn't really care much. She was just like, don't even tell me what the job is about. I'll take $2 million. I don't care what it is. If you want me to fight a honey badger, that's pretty... I'll fight a honey badger.
Yeah.
She did not want to know.
She
any
didn't really
details.
care.
She's like, I hate my life.
I mean,
Might as well.
my
to be
life.
fair, she had the best position there because even if they didn't come out and I don't know, they were like, she could just flew away.
Yeah, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
No questions asked.
I honestly
So note to
thought she
self,
was
learn how to fly helicopter.
Which, yeah.
Because that way it gets
Get the
best.
easiest job for the bank heist.
She also had to fix it though. Like it was broken.
I mean, every
yeah.
mechanic guy screams and yells when they're fixing shit, and it doesn't really work out 100% most of the time. They're like, fucking
You know,
shit!
fun
and then,
fact-
like, 30 minutes in, they're like, got it to work! And it
Fun
blows
fact:
up.
she wasn't even supposed to play that role.
Who was?
Shit, I don't remember his name. I know his face so well, but Chris
Is he a part of the cast?
D'Ella?
Do you have a picture?
Am I saying his name right? I don't know,
What?
he's like a comedian.
Oh,
him?
I've seen
Yeah.
him before. That dude's funny as
Oh my
shit.
God.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He was
He is so
supposed.
funny.
I don't know. Nick will put up a picture of him.
Probably.
Or just show it to the camera right now, so in case he doesn't.
No, Nick, pop, boom. Okay, more work for him.
Or
Well,
if it's
anyway.
not there, just Google it.
Sure.
Whichever
Just look up
works.
the cast of the movie,
mean-
and he's actually on the list of the cast.
But he's not ever
But he's
in
not
it.
ever in the movie because he was taken out. He was supposed to be that pilot.
God, that would have been
And
so funny.
he had his role removed because he had like sexual allegations against him or something.
What?
Which
I never
I don't
heard
know
of that.
how that even turned out. I never heard of that.
That still would have
Yeah.
been fucking hilarious.
That could go either way. I don't really know.
Speaking of like the different roles, like, do you notice when they were introducing different roles of like their group, the price for like how much they're getting paid kept going lower and lower and lower.
Yeah, they kept offering lower and lower
Yes.
to every new
They're like,
member.
they're kind of running out of money right now.
Each one of them was like, "That's a lot of money." No, it's not.
I'm getting paid 15
what Scott's
million.
getting paid?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna eventually come like make that a plot at like
Yeah,
some point. I thought they
me
were gonna
too.
like,
Yeah.
you're getting paid how much?
Kind of like, we're the Millers.
Yes,
And
like
Yeah,
then,
the
like, they
meme.
faction
Y'all getting
off.
paid?
Bro, what if they
You're
like
getting
faction
paid.
off? They're like, we're gonna take this money for ourselves. Fuck the Yakuza. We're not giving
Yeah,
them
I
money.
thought a lot of that was gonna happen. Never did. Never
Speaking
once
of-
happened.
They were like, yeah, he's here, so you make sure we don't steal the money. That dude wasn't there when they opened the vault. He was out, like, killing the zombies.
Yeah, because like the
Well, I think
whole point was like the money's not important. The head of that alpha
he'd
is.
still
It's
be
worth-
on the
True,
plane.
but, like, if you
Yeah.
wanted to make it, like, look more realistic, like, that was the plan,
Yeah, but
he
how are
would
they
have
gonna-
killed the zombie and then gone to when they were opening the vault.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not like they could just run away with the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
'cause
they
he was gonna go-
They have to go all the way up to.
If his plan worked out the way he thought it
I mean,
would,
they could just put it in their pockets.
He
and
could-
take some.
also, because you know when he locked the hatch and he was like, "I'm gonna go kill the helicopter pilot and drive out of here with the head." Why did he go to the ground floor where the tiger was? Why didn't he just keep going up to the helicopter pad? You notice that?
See, I was, like, getting changed and ready whenever that scene happened.
Did you notice that, Zach?
that?
Now that you mention it,
It was like the scene right
can
before that
imagine
guy
it, though.
dies horrifically.
can we talk about how good the tiger looked though? Like,
Oh, yeah.
out of all the CGI in the movie,
Yeah,
That
yeah.
it
the
was
best one.
pretty cheesy. But the horse and the tiger looked great.
There's a
Yeah.
horse?
Yeah, the alpha rides. the
Oh,
horse.
yeah.
Also,
Maybe
dude,
the horse didn't even look that great.
I
It
didn't even,
was
like,
in,
see the
one
horse
scene.
of, like, specifically how he looked.
the way they gashed his face up during the tiger scene, that looked
That was-
it
Really
looked
bad.
No, I thought it looked disturbing.
Yeah.
It was disturbing because it looked so bad.
I didn't think it looked
really
bad in that
fake.
aspect. Like I thought.
There was
All I
a
saw
a
was
cut
blood.
where it looked so fake. Like you could tell his head wasn't even like where his head should be.
Yeah.
But I
You
don't
know,
know.
like all the
whatever.
little blood, like the blood just kind of like squirting out his
But the
neck. Like that.
when if you're talking about like when the zombie finally bit like his head off,
Not that.
looked fine. I think that was like
That looked
whatever.
like fine too, but I'm talking about like how
was
messed up
gross.
his face was. Like gross.
Yeah.
Like uncanny gross, not like cheesy gross, you know.
God, if I had to say one word about this movie, it's
It's just that.
It's not even a word. It's just a sound.
It's just like it's not bad. It's not amazing.
I'm just gonna. I think it's bad. Aside from all the cool action, it's just like I don't know. The world would have been just fine without it. I don't know. I didn't really like it.
It was definitely a way to show if Dave Bautista could do I love his last name. If he could like do a lead role, because he's been in Hollywood for a little bit now, and he's been taking these side roles, and he's gotten really popular with them, especially with Marvel being Drax.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's gonna end pretty soon, because I'm pretty sure his last Marvel movie is gonna be the third Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he said he's gonna stop being Drax after that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but. So I think he tried to use this movie because this movie did gain some clout.
Apparently, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it did.
Yeah, it gained a lot of eyes because of the director and some of the people in it.
I wonder who the director was.
Zack Snyder. Anyway,
right,
yeah.
Sorry, you can go ahead.
But yeah, it was just like I think he really took the role to. It was Hollywood's way of deciding if he was gonna be good enough to take lead roles from now on.
Yeah. Do you think he is going to, or if he
after
doesn't
this movie?
do
I don't think he's gonna be given lead roles.
Do you think he's gonna be given other
depending
side roles?
how popular the movie is?
He will
what?
he will be considered for the big meathead. Not that many lines
More
guy.
I don't know. I think depending, because I really don't like the movie, but speaking of how popular it's gotten, depending on how popular it gets, I think he might still get lead roles.
I mean,
because
a movie can be popular, but they see how well they act in it as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think he did that great as a lead role, just because his voice is sometimes hard to understand at times.
Yeah.
Because he's so
I could understand him. Mm-hmm. My favorite line from him was when he yelled at Kate. He was like, "Kate, shut up!"
My favorite line was it wasn't even a big part, and it was it was just him shouting "fuck." they're running away from the zombies. He was just shooting them with his I don't know, his fully automatic rifle, and it just clicks, and he just shouts "fuck." And he has 8 more mags, and he just reloads it and keeps going. It's just
that scene was pretty cool. He threw a whole ass blackjack table at the zombies, and they all just went right. He was just bulldozing through all the zombies.
So should we keep on talking about the story?
Well, I want to ask or just bring something up.
Why?
When people are living right outside of Las Vegas in those tents, why?
They're the refugee camp.
Why?
The little
poor or
They were the survivors from from Las Vegas.
So if you survive an attack, why would you stay right next to the attack instead of moving?
Well, that's why I was a little confused, because I thought it was a month after the opening cutscene.
Yeah.
You said it was years.
Yeah.
Why is the city even still there?
Mm-hmm.
It should have been nuked years ago.
Honestly,
in my opinion, I don't know. I guess they were
It seemed like they were trying to keep all the people who were from Vegas isolated in case they are infected.
Maybe.
It's been years.
It's been multiple years.
But they could still keep them isolated, just not next to Las Vegas. If I was in Jurassic Park, I wouldn't want to stay on the mini island next to Jurassic Park. I want to go back to the mainland. I don't want to be on anywhere close to that.
I just want to go home.
Zombies or dinosaurs? No, just bring me back.
Take me home.
I would just want to be Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I want to be Chris Pratt in this movie too, because he's not in it.
Same universe, just years later.
What if he played the lead role? What would you guys think?
In this movie?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt? It would probably be better.
Probably.
Maybe more comedic.
I think
He
so.
probably wouldn't
Yes.
have a daughter.
Possibly.
I think it would have balanced
What do
that
you mean
sort of
wouldn't have a daughter?
comedic and like serious tone better, or not like comedic, but more. It'd be more lighthearted. 'Cause I think that's what they were trying to
Yeah.
go for a little bit.
But like
he'd
having
definitely be better acting at that.
like
Yeah.
Drax play it though, like Drax brings a lot more like
He
serious
fits.
and,
He
like-
fits the character more.
yes,
Mhm.
but like
Um,
not the movie, the character, but not the movie.
Right. I
So
think
it's-
it should have been written a little differently from if he was gonna be the main character. It should have been written a little differently.
It kind of
based
feels like it was
around
written
him.
by like a college or high school student for an assignment.
Hey,
It
that's
kinda
Zack
just, like-
Snyder you're talking about.
He,
kinda, like,
he
thrown
made
together
the
without
Justice
much
League.
thought.
Okay.
He made the Justice League Snyder cut.
I don't know.
What other movies has
I
he
just work
made?
here.
I didn't
I'm
even
curious.
watch it.
I haven't watched Justice League either.
Me neither.
Maybe we
So-
will.
I
heard it
If
was
we
good.
have the MediaMix.
We'll have to
Why
do
don't
it,
you
I
comment
guess.
down below and we'll see if we'll do that one. So comment
Yeah.
down below, Zach.
Yeah. Daily.
Zach decides all our
reminder.
movies.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, what movie are we doing next? Jurassic Park or something?
Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Who
we
said
are.
that? No, we were
Oh,
fun.
don't spoil it for them.
Treasure Island.
Treasure
Oh, yeah.
Planet.
Whatever.
Atlantis.
Shut up.
Treasure Island. We're going on a treasure hunt today.
Okay. Well.
Were there any other standout characters that you liked / hated?
Would you, okay? Let me ask this: would you rather have saw the pilot that we got, or the one that should have been?
The one that should have been, because I know who he is and he's very funny.
Yeah,
I also know who
should have been.
she is. I recognize her, but
I
Oh,
recognize them
sure.
both. Yes, I do like the actor that ended up playing.
she
the role.
she
Yeah.
honestly did pretty well. Like I liked her sarcasm.
Oh yeah,
through
I
and
think she
through.
fit
Mm-hmm.
the role fine. I think they had to
I just
probably
think-
change the role.
Yeah,
to fit
obviously.
her. Yeah.
But
The other
maybe
guy,
other
the
than
other
that.
guy, I can't name him, but I've seen his specials, like his comedy specials. His humor would have been like really good for this movie. I
Yeah.
feel like.
I think it would have been so.
They had
I
him
think it would
and
have been
Chris
so
Pratt
good.
in this
Why?
movie. Oh my god.
Enough with Chris Pratt.
No, I'm just
He's a
saying.
great
like,
guy.
and Dave
God, you're
Bautista,
mentioning
it's
so much, you
practically
thought he'd be in
Guardians 3.
We get John Mulaney in
Anyway,
this.
Chris
John
Pratt had his
Mulaney.
own. Chris Pratt got his own.
John Mulaney is the
Special.
apex zombie.
We got Jeff Dunham.
Oh
Jeff
my
Dunham.
God, what is going on? What are you guys going on about? What,
Who's gonna
where does
Write a
Jeff,
movie.
where does Jeff
Right in the
Dunham
next
come
zombie
into
movie.
this?
We got a jalapeno on his stick.
He brings in Peanut and
Walter.
Walter.
Maybe we should do a Jeff Dunham special anyway.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that. Comment down below, Zach, if he wants to. All right.
Imagine Jeff Dunham's Walter as Scott.
Stop.
My
Stop.
God, Kate, shut the hell up!
That was so funny.
We've lost our
stupid.
way.
What is that?
We've lost our way.
It's late.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Okay.
It was raining out. I had to drive all the way here in the rain.
Yeah, so it was 4.
My
Nick
God.
was like, pick up some soda on the way, will ya?
I'll pay you.
because we're fucking tired.
And I didn't.
So
My mistake.
He hasn't eaten yet. We just
I haven't
ate.
I'm hungry.
Anyways.
But it's okay. I got some,
Anyways,
I got some fat
if
stories.
we don't have anything
I
else
do
to
have
touch
stuff
on,
to talk about.
We have to finish the movie. We haven't even talked about the ending.
God, Zach.
Oh my! I have to take control because
Stop.
nobody's here. Okay. We don't have Mason to go on about the movie for 10 hours.
Yeah, we're to talk about Amber.
Nick's doing his homework like a baby.
Yeah, Nick.
Amber. I'm just kidding. We'd be a fun.
I don't know. Give a
Mason,
round of
we have
applause for our editor.
He's sleeping.
Cleep.
Confetti, confetti.
More work for him.
More work for him.
Audio, that's all you're getting.
Oh no.
No
Audio.
camera.
We go on Spotify.
Our first Spotify special.
Everything's going on Spotify. I don't know what you mean. Oh.
So all they're gonna hear is that.
All right, moving on.
Alright,
Moving on. What do
So
you?
you know how like most like action movies or like whatever is set in New
Yeah.
York? I haven't like
Yeah.
seen any in like Las Vegas.
Oh,
I mean, if it's not New York,
But like, if
Have
you
you
choose
watched-
like either New York or Las Vegas, I see a lot more in New
Chicago.
York. Yeah.
it's
I
just
feel like
because
there
they
have
a
been
lot of
movies
tall
in Vegas.
buildings, skyscrapers and stuff.
Yeah. But like Las Vegas has a lot
Where
of like
did you
stuff.
watch From Dusk Till Dawn?
No.
Did you ever watch that movie? Anybody ever watch that movie?
No. I heard that song.
These people like go to, I think, no, they don't go to Vegas. They go to Mexico.
Again, not helpful, Alex.
So
Thank you.
never mind. Forget what I was talking about.
Okay.
But
Most people do anyways. It's okay.
I thought it was relevant because I thought it took place in Vegas, but it doesn't. So I'm stupid. My bad.
All right.
I
well,
don't think any other place.
You're
take
making me do the
place
noise
in
again.
Vegas. I'm sorry.
Should we just go on to the movie? Zombie Overlord gets pissed. He goes
Yeah.
after them. They finally crack the vault open. They get the money.
Safecracker guy nuts his pants when it opens. He like.
he's German.
And then most of them get the money, go out, and then, well, where's my daughter at? Has anyone seen my daughter? Daughter pisses off to go find the friends. Stupid.
Oh no!
At that point, I'd be like, okay, she's dead. Screw it. I'm getting the money. I'm getting out of
What a
here.
great father.
I mean,
And then-
apparently, according to me, he didn't even want her in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, he loved
Because
her
it was
because
foretold.
there's a lovey-dovey scene where they talk about it, and she's like, "You think I didn't like you because you killed my mommy?" And he's like,
Well, you're dumb.
"Yeah, I thought so." And she was
I mean,
like,
that's kind of why, but
"No, that's not why. You just never talk to me."
I feel like that
Which
scene.
is
never
kind of a
talked
dick
about
move.
it.
Which is a little bit of a dick move, but fits his character for not talking to her. Because why would
Yeah.
yeah.
I probably would.
Anyways,
That
No,
scene
having
was,
dinner.
That scene was very awkward.
yeah.
Imagine them having dinner. So she's like, "So, Dad, remember that time where you slit Mom's throat when she was a zombie?"
He didn't slit her throat.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
stabbed
Remember
her
when you
head.
stabbed Mom in her head with a knife because she was a zombie? And he just leaves the room because he's like, "Fuck you, Kate. Get out of my house."
Okay.
Dude, that was funny. Anyways.
Yeah, it was so. It wasn't funny.
Okay.
No,
Um,
real funny.
I miss Jack. Where's Jack?
So
Just
when
joshing you, bro.
Just
when they
Josh.
walk into the land, like the Las Vegas, why are they all dried out? Like, are they just like laying there sleeping? Like,
They got
Wait,
Can-
Sunburn?
What are you
sunburn.
talking about?
They got
like when they first
sun-crisp.
entered Las Vegas, and there's like all
Right.
those piles of just like
Bodies.
zombies.
Yeah, I
What
think they
about 'em?
just were out in the sun too long.
Well, if it's
Like-
been years, which
Yeah.
I can't be right.
I don't know.
Could you imagine standing in the same spot?
Just waiting,
No,
looking
because
at
I'd be
the door.
dead.
As
I'd
is-
be the corpse on the ground.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Well, because you said
So-
something about like being like dried out or no.
Yeah, dried
like,
out by the
rain
sun.
or something.
I think she said that
Train.
rain part as a joke,
I
but
don't know. Honestly, I couldn't
because they
tell.
literally look like skeletons. I don't.
Oh yeah, like
Maybe there are a couple live ones under there.
It doesn't make sense because the alpha was there the whole time, and the zombies kind of follow him around. So
He
why,
rides a
why
horse.
were they at the gate, standing there the whole time? Oh, maybe they were just the dead ones that got shot.
yeah.
Probably.
I'm stupid.
I don't know, because if like the government came in and tried to like kill them with like
Probably.
helicopters and
I'm sure they
Yeah.
tried a lot of things before leading up to a nuke, because a nuke's pretty extreme, especially on your own land. Because that's gonna take years to just go back to
yeah, and there's
normal.
there's nothing around that area.
right.
Like there's just Las Vegas.
Yeah,
There's nothing. Is
Las
that like
Ve-
in real life? 'Cause I
yes,
haven't
it is
been,
because
really?
I mean I've never been there, but I know it's just nothing. I
It's
I
just
mean
a desert.
there are I mean I'm sure there are like houses around it, but it's in the middle of a damn desert. It
Yeah,
is
there's a
the
desert in this
stupidest place for it. But
It makes more sense for Las Vegas to be in Orlando. Why can't they just
makes a
move
lot more
it?
sense for Orlando to be in Orlando. We just
Well,
Yeah.
obviously.
move it somewhere else.
After they nuke Las Vegas, it becomes. Did I say Las Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. What am I talking about?
I don't
It
know.
becomes Fallout New Vegas after that.
Anyways,
They make a Fallout New Vegas.
keep
movie.
in mind this whole time there's like 60 minutes left when they crack open the vault, and they're like,
Thought they were
okay,
like 30.
Yeah,
just
I think there's
moseying
like 27 minutes left or
Yeah.
something like that. Exactly.
It takes them a whole hour to get downstairs.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
so they got the money, and I don't know. I guess the elevator opens as soon as this chick, as Dave Bautista's side chick, is like, "Why do you think I came here? Not for the money, you dumbass. I love you."
Yeah.
3 minutes later,
we could fornicate.
elevator opens. The zombies are pissed off, and they're in the elevator, and
they twist her head around like she's a Lego
straight
figure.
360. No,
180.
180. God, fucking math. 180.
They,
And so
yeah.
her head is just straight turned around.
And then just a bone pops out right here.
Wait, really?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Her face.
I wasn't really focusing on it because I'm like, that's disturbing.
I'll
Also,
try
I
not
kind
to
of
look
saw
at
it
it 'cause
coming.
the face
Her
is very
face
awkward. It
just-
was just straight.
I think my
She just had a
focus was
straight
on her
expression.
neck because I'm like, wow, that looks like that is turned around.
Bro,
No
you wanna,
fixing that.
You want to talk about Black Air Force activity? Her head was completely turned around and she was unfazed. She was like, all right,
I guess
I'm
it's
gonna
it.
die, I guess.
I am dead. Anyways, so that happens, and Dave Bautista's just like, whoa.
Whoa, you murdered
She's
my
dead.
side chick.
So they kill a lot of them. I guess they're rushing to get the rest of the money bags up, which they don't even end up escaping with like half of it.
No, the only guy really, none of them get any money.
None of it. I'm pretty sure.
I would put
No,
like, some in my
Scott stuffs
pockets.
like a couple. He
Well,
stuffs a couple
that's-
bands into his like pockets. And
Yeah,
like,
he was.
Here you go.
They opened, I think, they had a first cart in a different room that they're like, whoa, I've never had this much money in my life, and they're like, I wonder what the rest is in the vault. So Batista, as the Chad he is, stuffs a big batch in his chest because his chest can just hold that much. Because
stuffs
his
it
chest
between
is
He
huge.
stuffs it between the man boobs.
I just, you guys know he was like a WWE wrestler.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what he was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
That his name was Batista. Like his last name was just his wrestling name. And he is big and swole.
Do you want a candy?
What are we going?
Can you hand me a Milky Way?
Oh, why do you like Milky Ways? I'm more of a Snickers man.
Got it.
Is there another Milky Way?
Okay. While y'all are eating, I'm just gonna talk
Half of this is probably
because
gonna be cut out.
now we're doing ASMR. Because
No, we do it live.
alright. So whenever you first met, like, what was Lily's nickname? One with the white hair.
That probably sounds awful.
What?
You remember Lily? One with like the white hair that's like short. They had like a nickname for her, like the White Panther or something, or
What
White
are we
Leopard.
talking about? The movie?
Yes, the movie.
What?
I'm wondering what else we're
I'm
talking
sorry,
about.
it's
hair?
MediaMix. I can't tell half the time what we're talking about.
All right, let me just.
Nobody had
go
white
on.
hair. Are you talking about the coyote?
No, she's a human. Like what?
Are you talking about wait, it's a zombie?
The white What? Yeah, it was the white coyote. Was like her nickname. It was.
Yeah.
It was the girl
She
that
didn't
like
have
brought
white hair.
people in.
Did she have white hair?
Yes.
What?
Oh.
I thought she had blonde hair.
Oh, whatever. White, blonde, same
What a
difference.
forgettable character that was. God,
I thought she was
Apparently.
cool.
And she was alive for most of it.
Yes, and she like let everybody in. She's the reason why Kate went inside, because
Right.
she let like her friend go in.
Because she was the one that was taking people
Yeah.
in and out for
Like
whatever
Kate
fucking
like
reason.
punched Lily, and then later on Lily was like cool with Kate. Like if someone punched me, I'll never be cool with them. Sorry.
Sorry,
Don't know
Alex,
why-
we're not talking about your
Why did
issues.
you let my friend in?
All right.
Because she ashed.
She looked.
Well, now she's gone. It happens. It's all your fault. Like she knew the risks. She has kids. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nick, you gotta stop. We don't want to get copyrighted here. That was like frame for frame right there. Anyways,
Sorry,
She
I was
kinda
reading
like-
source material straight from the script.
She kind of gave me Katniss Everdeen vibes.
I didn't
from
like
the Hunger
her.
Games.
I did not like
She's
her.
very.
She has very
awkward.
wide eyes.
Her character changed throughout the movie. At first, she was like very like standoffish, kinda. And then,
Yeah, she. The beginning vibe I got from her was like she might be kind of badass. She runs her own
Katniss
way.
Everdeen.
And then halfway
Definitely.
through the movie, she's just bitchy bitch.
What do you mean?
Katniss Everdeen. I'm just saying.
I think she's just like misunderstood, and they could have done so many things with her, but they didn't. Like,
yeah,
they introduce her, right? She's sitting at the fire, and then when the ladies go over there, and they want to like go into the city, they wake her up, and she just immediately points a gun, and they're like, "Whoa, I've seen some shit. Don't fuck with me." Like, what did she see?
Did she like sleep in Las Vegas?
What is her story?
Like,
they never tell her story. They said she's a coyote who takes people into Vegas.
Maybe like Army of the Dead 2 will explain her backstory.
If there is an Army of the Dead 2, she will probably be the grizzled veteran zombie killer, even though she didn't do jack shit in this movie. But you know, she's the only living one.
Do you think
left.
like Kate will avenge her dad, even though she hates him?
How would she avenge him?
Killing more zombies. I don't fucking know.
There are no.
If I kill more,
as far as
that's
she knows,
technically
there are no more zombies anymore.
What? Actually,
Until that.
Actually, we didn't get to that part yet.
Actually.
Remember Van, the dude with the buzzsaw?
The other,
You thought I was gonna say something else, haha. You had the
Buzzsaw?
buzzsaw or but
the other
buzzsaw?
the other
Buzzsaw.
swole man.
Yeah.
The actual badass character.
Yeah.
The character that I liked.
Me too.
He's just
people in half.
he's a likable guy. I mean, who doesn't like sawing things in half in a zombie movie?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would.
Yeah.
Bro, this dude gave no fucks. He actually just went like, I'm gonna one-on-one fist fight the Apex. I got this. Like, he got his ass whipped, but even though he tried, bro, mad respect for that guy.
That is true. That was a pretty badass scene. It
mad
could have been
respect.
even more badass if he actually maybe got a few punches in.
He did.
just
I
got
think.
his ass
He
kicked.
got a couple punches in.
Yeah, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't, but he still landed a hit.
So
I'm proud of my boy.
So all that's left is him and the fucking, I don't know their names at all.
Well, just what do they look like?
Just abridge it.
Well, it was the guy who cracked open the safe and him.
The German boy.
guy.
Yeah, the German guy.
We'll just call him Nick.
The pussy.
I'll call him the Nutcracker. Nutcracker.
Because Nick's German.
We'll call him the editor. I don't know why I did that.
Nick's not even paying attention when we're talking about him.
He shouldn't be. He's doing his homework.
Actually, he's on TikTok.
I wasn't.
Are you really?
German guy cracks nuts,
I wasn't.
and then nuts when he cracks nuts.
Okay.
Huh? Not
So we have the German boy.
Yeah, so they're both down there. They're like getting the rest of the money, I guess. I don't know why they're even still down there. So the elevator, obviously, the zombies are on top of it. They're breaking down into it. They break down into it. They're like, oh, fuck. Because it's just a very narrow hallway, and they have to get basically up to the elevator to get out.
Mm-hmm.
So they start killing zombies, and the Apex comes down, and for whatever reason, he now has a steel headpiece. They never show
where did
him.
that come from?
Never show him getting that, but he just has it now. Because why not?
Because he's mad.
'Cause he's super
his girlfriend's
smart.
dead.
So we can't just say, "Oh, why do the characters have such bad aim? Why don't they just shoot him in the head?" Now he has a silver piece on his head, so they can't shoot.
If I was
it.
a zombie, I would have
Bro.
like got that first thing, like right on the back. Just give me like a helmet.
I don't think the other ones are very smart. I think only the alpha is because plot,
Well, then why didn't Alpha
They
just give his
literally-
friends helmets?
because movie.
All these
That
guys
really
need
is
to-
Why did
why.
he just give his girlfriend a helmet? Because he loves her.
Oh
Apparently,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's like the
He should have
equivalent of
given
putting
her a
bag
fucking
on
neck
her.
brace.
He should have just locked her up so nothing happened to her.
That's like she'd
Yeah,
get
he's
pissed
like,
off.
stay home. You have baby.
Rapunzel, going up in that tower?
Stay in your
She'd
No
be
one
tower.
will
mad.
hear you.
Do you give birth to baby?
She'd be mad because first of all, it's not fashionable, and second of all, it's like putting a bag on her head. So she'd be like, "Why don't you love me for who I am?"
Well, she's a zombie. Who cares?
It'd be like
I'm being
putting on a
being
hat.
stupid, Nick. I'm being stupid. I'm being the stereotypical woman,
I don't know.
What?
even though it's not real.
Talking about like the safe area there, when they first get there, like the booby traps are delayed. Like whenever like the guy, like the zombie, steps on like the last one, he just turns around and then it smashes him.
Yeah.
Kid just walked right through.
Yeah. And then like the wall
It
of
was
machine
for
guns.
dramatic effect.
There were no machine guns
yeah.
at like the shin to ankle level. You could have just lied down.
What if you were like short, like a dwarf?
Also, to be fair,
You had
I just
more
want
advantage.
to play devil's
Just kinda-
advocate. Maybe they wanted you to walk through, and it would close off so it would trap you in there.
And then the police would come get you?
Yes. I don't think they wanted... It's not legal to smush someone.
No, because the wall opens up again. Like, it smushes and then it opens. That's how they get through. Because if it just smushed, then, like, they were like, oh, fuck, I just can't get in.
There's a lot of plot
It's not illegal if they don't find a body.
It smushed them so it could look cool when it reopens.
That was pretty cool, though.
They had it all, like, stretch out, and it was all gooey and stuff.
But no, back to the...
Real quick, sorry. I have one more thing about that safe area. Did they only bring one bag to carry all that money?
No, they had multiple bags, and they're like, they didn't bring enough bags.
They did not bring enough bags. Or enough big enough bags.
Probably not enough, but they had bags.
Were they expecting to take trips? Like, they knew it was going to be zombies. Like, I don't even know what I do. Just bring huge duffels and just throw that shit in there.
I'm sure they had more off screen.
They had, like, a little backpack.
I feel like those bags would have been a lot heavier than they were portrayed in that movie. Like, one of those bags would probably weigh, like, 150 pounds.
Well, the way the characters were handling
up in there.
Xavier, come deadlift these bags. Probably not 150, but probably 100 pounds, probably.
Well, they weren't like carrying multiple of them because one of the characters had it like strapped on his back like a backpack.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that's
they only
totally
carried
not
like one
gonna
at
work.
a time.
They only carried one at a time, except for Dave Bautista because he's
an ultimate Chad.
Giga Chad.
Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Ultimate Chad.
Anyways, back to that stupid helmet that the Apex was wearing.
It's bulletproof. You can't shoot him. He doesn't die.
Like, these people, all of them have cracked aim the entire movie. They just hit headshots.
They're stormtroopers.
Like, hip fire, like, boom, like 12 zombie headshots. But, like, when it comes to the Apex, they can't hit him for shit. He has, like, he has eye holes that, like, are the size of, like, a luchador mask. Like, bro, shoot him in his eye sockets or something.
There were points in this movie where I'm like, okay, some of the characters don't have experience with guns. Some of them do. They all had... When they were using them, it seemed like they all had the same amount of experience. There were scenes where, like...
Except for that German guy. Yeah. Like
Batista, right? Like, okay, yeah, the German guy had
was like,
none.
He had to shoot a couple.
He sucked with it. That was done correctly. But
he was like, I only shot him 3
Batista,
times.
he was like a military guy.
Hmm?
He was a military guy. I mean, I don't know what he was from. I'm assuming Army, I guess. But...
The Navy.
And if you're in the military, you'd know that you don't just spray bullets. You're taught in the military to not do that. You maintain your ammo, so you put it on semi-automatic, and you use one bullet at a time. Bullet, pop, brain, explode,
it's called
bullet,
movie.
Movie and then tactics.
Fuck. You got me there, fam.
I'm pretty sure even if I was like a trained army guy and I was sent out to fight zombies, I'd just be like, no. I'm not going to do controlled burst. I'm just going to hold down the trigger.
There were scenes where it's like you had to. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we talked about the movie enough.
Well, let's just get to the end. Let's
get to the end.
Speed run this movie.
All right, speed run review time, I guess.
So what happened? So Alpha Zombie can't die because bullets don't penetrate his
bulletproof
face.
Helmet.
So Swole Guy is like, we're out of ammo. Fuck it. Let's just tussle it out. Gets his ass completely kicked. So the German guy, he gets like thrown into the safe or whatever.
Yeah.
And the German guy's like, I'll just risk my life, so I'll close the safe.
He dies off screen, so he's still alive.
I know.
He shows up in Army that did too. Actually, he was like a trained, like professional.
Honestly, knowing how this movie turns out, it would not surprise me if he did.
If he lived?
If he lived. Because they just, if they're going to make a second one, they're going to be trying to bring back as many people as you possibly can. Mm-hmm. And that is very limited because there's like 2 survivors.
They did show a lot of like on-screen deaths.
How would he survive? He like got away from the
like I said, he was secretly professional, like trained man, and like I don't know what's the proper word.
He ducked and covered under a desk and survived the nuke.
Like I don't know. They probably show some
like
bullshit scene where the alpha's like, rah. and then he just like kind of licks him, and then just they all go away, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Why didn't they just dig a underground tunnel to the safe?
They don't have time for that.
They gotta make the movie interesting.
Yeah.
There's so many ways they could have just made it a lot easier. Flying over or digging under. No,
wait,
okay.
Which, to be fair, we could get back to that point at the end because of what happens to a certain character.
Oh yeah.
Well, we could say he's locked in the vault. I mean, let's just.
So after locking the vault, right? They're getting on the helicopter. Dave Bautista saves his daughter, and they're on the roof waiting for the helicopter. Helicopter comes back, right? And they're about to get on, and the Apex shows up, and he's like, "Final showdown." So they're fighting on the rooftop, and then they get on the helicopter.
Well, what happened? They all get on the helicopter. The
Apex jumps into the helicopter and starts like.
Well, before that, the white-haired girl. You keep
Lily.
reading about the forgettable character.
Frick.
She's like, just go, which I don't really understand. I guess she's just like, I guess I'm dead then.
She was gonna jump on the helicopter, maybe.
I guess.
Just waiting until they're far enough where she can get on, but like not the Apex.
I mean, like.
But then she got Boromir.
He still has the thing on, so he's bulletproof, so they can't just shoot him.
He's gonna pull a Captain
And
America.
then he has a giant piece of rhubarb or whatever the hell. Rebarb?
Where did that even come
and he
from?
Boromirs her. He throws her. He impales her.
Yeah, he fucking just tosses that shit.
impaled.
She's
He
like
impales her
Olaf
bad.
from Frozen on the wall. She's like,
Oh, I've been impaled.
Oh, I just said that.
yeah. I was so
I said it first. Funny. Woman moment.
Hey! Listen.
I'm sorry. All credit goes to the funny person in this group.
This one, right?
Where?
Oh, I forgot Jack's not here.
That's a lie. I'm the funny person.
Both dropped.
Let's get this over with.
yeah.
Anyway.
So
Wrap it up.
basically, then there's the helicopter. Okay, zombie's on the helicopter.
You want me to
He's
do it?
juggling the gun with the zombie, and he shoots the pilot. So now they're gonna crash, probably.
Can we just talk about how stupid that was?
That was pretty stupid.
They're struggling, and the man with military training just randomly fires a shot that isn't gonna shoot the zombie at all. He just randomly fires a shot, and it hits her in the... I thought he straight up killed her.
Me too.
when that
Yeah, me
first
too.
happened.
Because all the blood,
'Cause a
like,
lot of
like,
blood
falling,
came out.
the helicopter was
Ending
falling
very
down.
quickly.
I don't think in real life that much blood would splatter, like from
No.
your
Yeah.
shoulder. I don't.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's
I think
actually
maybe like
a lot
a
of blood
couple
in there.
drops.
yeah.
But no, it was like a whole windshield was just spray
it was
painted red.
It was
Wait.
like you just got shot through the head.
And if like the blood like it was open on like her front side, the bullet would have came through and like hit like the window,
glass,
the
yeah.
glass.
Right.
So
I
it
don't
would've cracked.
ever remember seeing it hit. I
So
mean,
is
it
like the
probably
glass
did.
like bulletproof or something?
Or is her shoulder bulletproof?
Obviously not, because she got.
Obviously not, because blood. came
Her
out.
skin. It
would've
like, her
bounced
shoulder
off.
bone probably was like. Oh. So the bullet's just like in her shoulder.
I mean, it could have just gone straight through, just not hit any of the bones.
Also, I guess we forgot to mention what happened to the daughter.
The daughter.
The
What do
daughter.
you mean what happened to the daughter?
What happened
Well,
to Kate?
Because we just left it off where she just disappeared.
Oh, she
Well,
found
she
her
went to go
friends.
save her
The
friend,
end.
Find a
and
friend.
dad go after daughter at hotel, and then they go on hotel roof, and they go on helicopter, and then
And now
Apex
where
go
we
on
are, where we
Now
helicopter,
where we are.
and now they fight on helicopter.
So the zombie's just struggling. The two people in the front do absolutely butt fuck nothing about it. I'm pretty sure the scriptwriter just completely forgot about the extra friend that they saved.
Yeah,
She
where
got-
were they? What the fuck? Where were they? The shit.
They were in the front of the helicopter, never to be seen again.
That's so funny.
Because eventually,
there was no reason for them going in here. It was all for nothing.
I guess, I don't know what happens to the alpha male steel mask. I guess it falls off or gets ripped off his head or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he bites the main character, Batista. He like bites a big chunk in his shoulder. And then
Kate, best girl, shoots Apex in the head.
no, he does.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah. Yeah.
I don't really
Yeah,
remember
she's
what
not best girl.
happened.
She sucks.
She just kind of stood back and let it happen.
She watched her father die.
Pretty much. and then as they're flying out of the city, you see the nuke go by, and the reflection, the nuke goes off, and obviously them being in a helicopter, like 100 miles out of the city, the wind blowback from the explosion hits them, and then they crash in the middle of the desert.
And then they have that scene that we talked about earlier, where it's like, daughter, we're gonna open up a tofu
truck,
tofu sushi truck.
Tofu cheesecake.
But I'm gonna turn into a zombie.
I thought it was grilled cheese.
So you got tofu grilled cheese.
You mentioned a lot of things.
So you gotta shoot me in the head.
I think Batista's just hungry. Honestly,
Yeah, they didn't eat at all in that movie.
He was just flipping burgers at the beginning.
You guys remember
that does make you kind of
the
hungry.
Mitchells versus the Machines, where one of the
No.
flaws was like he gave an analogy about his favorite rib joint during a eulogy.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that movie, but it sounds kind of funny.
It's a pretty funny movie. But
So they crash.
Kate shoots him in the head.
Okay, slowly roll there, Daddy.
I thought we were speed running.
So, we were until I said no.
Okay.
It's all up to Zach. Didn't you get the memo?
So we're at the part. It crashed. The daughter's like, "Oh, what happened?"
Father.
And she looks at the pilot, and the pilot, I guess, is dead.
Yeah.
And
Took her long enough.
Nothing really showed to why. I mean, it could have just showed like her head decapitated or something, but no, she's just kind of there, lying there. Other friend, never seen at all. They don't even mention it. They don't see any parts of her. You don't see her at all.
Was she on the helicopter?
She was on the helicopter.
Are you sure?
She was in the passenger seat.
Are you 100% sure?
I am 102% sure.
Maybe she got incinerated from the nuclear blast.
I guess she just was dead, and they just cut it out of the film for it.
Maybe she got fired after that.
And so she's
She
like,
just died.
"Oh my God, Daddy!" And she like goes to her dad, and then they have a little heartfelt moment. She knows he's dying, and so does he. And before he dies, he actually takes the chunk of money out. He's like, "I know it's not like $1 billion or whatever the hell is in the vault, but like here you can at least get those." Kids, he said, get those kids out of the camp.
They're already dead.
I thought they were out of the camp because they are, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
like, if they're still at the camp, they are no longer at camp because camp gone.
Yeah.
Camp gone. It's
maybe they're at another camp.
Blown up.
I'm sure it was said, and I just did not care because I was not invested at that point. So obviously he dies. She's like, no. And then he starts to turn, and she, like, shoots him and tosses the gun away, and she's like, oh, my God, what did I do?
The reaction now, like, she killed her father. Ugh.
It was very sad. It was very sad, and I was just like, I don't know. It was sad. What was more sad to me wasn't that, like, oh, my God, our father's dying. That's so sad. I'm just like, no more Batista. What time are we at, Nick?
You're at 1:15.
We also started.
Fucking Christ.
No, we also started it, and then we didn't actually start until later.
You started at 5 minutes.
It was later.
There's going to be a lot of cutting in this.
Review time.
Or just not
Let's go.
editing.
Okay.
We'll
go Zach, me, and Alex.
You might just drop it.
That's
Put the intro and
unfortunately
outro.
that may be the way it is for these next few ones, just because I don't have
Just
a
to
lot
get
of
them
time.
out.
Fair enough.
You know, we did those movies and shows because they were what's out and what's new, and now we're gonna post them. It's not gonna be what's out and what's new. It's gonna be what's old.
Honestly, we just gotta just post them raw.
Yeah, I know.
Should we just get to our ending thoughts on it?
Yeah. So what did you think?
Wasn't this whole podcast our thoughts?
What did I think?
Yeah, let's just give a number because we explained.
Give a number?
Give a number. What did you think?
Oh, goodness. I'm really not sure. I don't want to base it off of your guys' answers, but the same
How about we
time,
all say them at the same time?
We all write down our phones and then show the audience.
We'll say them at the same.
We're not going to say them at the same time.
We'll say them at the same time.
No, we're not. I'll just give mine. I'm going to give it like a 6.
6.5.
4.
Okay, fair.
6.5? What are you, dumb?
You just pick a number.
I don't know. I think giving it a 6
Fine,
is
5.5. That's my final offer.
Stop giving it half!
Because the average of the original one's 5.5, so we're staying there.
4. Take it or leave it. Just kidding.
Okay.
6.5.
What's the average?
5.5. 5.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
I'm
sorry, Batista.
This movie to pieces.
I love you as a person, and as an actor, you're not that bad, but you just can't have the lead role. I just don't think it's possible.
I think he could be a lead role. It's just not in like.
Depending
this
on the
instance.
script, like the writer that he's.
Read the script
acting
before
for?
you go in.
I mean, he might have read the synopsis, which the synopsis wasn't
Our
that
synopsis.
bad. Our synopsis. But
Synopsis was good. Execution bad.
yeah, it was a little cheesy. I mean, it was a fun flick, though. I didn't.
It was a good one-time watch.
It wasn't like something. If it was, I feel like it would have been better if it was in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad. It just like I didn't feel depressed while like coming out. I'm like I wish I never spent money on this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like I'm never gonna watch it again. But it was like whatever. I don't regret it. So good job, Zack Snyder.
Well,
Good job, Zack Schneider. 5.5.
What is his name? It is
I
Snyder.
thought it
Zack
was
Snyder.
Snyder.
SNYD.
Snyder.
SNYD.
Oh,
It's
Snyder.
not
Yes.
my last name.
It's not
I know.
Schneider.
I said your last
We
name
know
by
it.
accident.
It's actually Nick Schneider that like produced and directed it.
Producer,
All right,
director,
outro time,
actor,
anyways.
marketer.
All right. Thank you for
Creative
watching
mind.
our video. We'll hopefully be
Like,
posting
subscribe.
it weekly again. Yes,
Click
like
the
and
bell
subscribe.
icon.
Put on
Or no.
the notifications. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
If
No, we
you
have
like
a
this
TikTok.
episode, leave a like. I don't know why you did. If you didn't, please go watch a different video. This was a mess.
No, it'll be fun.
But again, MediaMix signing off. Thanks for watching.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.